Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Party, the only West Ham United post-match follow show on the internet. We've just come back from London Stadium where we got absolutely annihilated 4-0 from Man City. Scott, take us through the starting lineup.
Yeah,
I have to, do you know what?
Yeah.
I have to be enthusiastic, otherwise I'll fucking throw myself out that window.
Well, we are on a boat. You ain't got far to fall. You can swim home.
Yeah, no, a few changes, weren't there? Fabianski obviously continued in goal. Zaba, Balbuena, Diop, Masuaku coming in on the left.
Rubbish.
Rice, Obiang, Rice and Obiang, and then sort of an attacking three of Antonio, Anderson and Diagana with Arnautovic up top on his own. So,
Strange form. Look,
well, it
needs must and all that because we've got a lot of injuries, but that wasn't right for me.
Well,
and to be honest with you, right, I'm going to be totally honest. If that's the way you wanted to set up, and I totally understand that he might have wanted to press from the front.
yeah.
But we didn't press from the front.
But see, now, for me, barring Masuaku and probably Anderson in the first half, I don't think we played that badly. I just think City are that good.
Yeah, look, I'll be totally honest with you. I thought Hernandez should have started for me today.
Yep.
I thought he would have been a better option, but he didn't. But look, you got to take your hat off to City. They are world class. That was like a training game for them today.
Yeah, but
that was I'm not even going to say it was embarrassing because they do it week in, week out, and they do it to a lot better teams than us. But we couldn't get near them today. We could not get near them.
Now for me, like the first 10 minutes, I thought the game was quite even, and then
yeah, and
boom,
that's the
scored
thing.
an
counter-attack.
That's the
well,
thing.
it was 11, wasn't it?
That's the
I
thing.
think it was 11,
Yeah,
11 minutes.
They didn't even really. They weren't even that
They didn't break
good
sweat.
in the first 10 minutes, and they still found themselves 1-0 up.
Yeah, but look right. The thing for me, starting Masuaku over Creswell. Masuaku, barring the Leicester game, has proved he's a terrible defender. He ball watches all the time, doesn't track the runners, and then you've got Anderson in front of him, who going forward is a good player, but offers you nank
Why didn't he mix it up a bit today and push Anderson in the middle?
Yep.
And put Masuaku in front of Creswell
Well, exactly.
further forward.
Exactly.
That would have been a good. Look, I'm not saying that we would have won the game,
No.
but it'd give us that a little bit more attacking,
bit more
and a
protection
bit more protection
out
at the
wide.
back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where they was just rinsing us down the left. weren't they?
When you watch it later, you watch the replays, things like that.
I'm sitting through that again.
Masuaku every time. For each of the goals that we concede, he's absolutely nowhere. You know, he's not watching his man. The ball that gets pinged over for Sterling for one of the goals, he's just looking completely the wrong way. You know, he's got no clue where his man is. And as I said, he's got no protection from Anderson defensively.
Yeah.
That's where I think Pellegrini got it wrong. In my personal opinion, that's where he got it wrong today.
Look, not many teams are going to go to
Of course not.
against City and get points. It's proven that this time. But there is a way to get at City, right? There is a way to get at City. The way you've got to
let
do
the
it.
tyres down on their team coach so they don't turn up.
No, honestly, the way you get at City is you put them under pressure in high spots and let the defenders make the mistakes. And we've done that about 5 times today at the whole game.
Teams like Man City, we used to do it at the Boleyn against the Man
You've got
Uniteds,
William.
the Arsenals. You have to get stuck in and.
Yeah.
The thing is, you might not have seen this on the TV, but from where I was sitting, mate, you see a City player, every time the ball went to him, it was like he had a protective ring around him.
The closest thing to City was their shadows on the pitch, their own shadows.
Honestly, it was ridiculous. Like the way the space we give them, and the couple of times that we did take the initiative. Like I said to Ryan, the thing you've got to do here, I said, if you're going to play a front 3-4 like that, yeah, you've got to just run at their defenders and hope that they make a mistake. Yeah, and you've got the thing is you've got nothing to lose, nothing to lose by doing that. Run your 2 centre forwards today. I don't know. It looked like Antonio and Arnautovic. I don't know what sort of formation we was playing, but
At spells they
you've
were
got to let
up
the
front
two
together.
You've got to let the 2 centre forwards absolutely hassle and hustle.
Yeah, I do understand that maybe Pellegrini thought, right, let's see how we go in the first 15-20 minutes, because you go out and attack City, you're going to get punished. But then if you sit back against City, you're going to get punished. So it's you've got to mix the two up. And look, you know, when you play these sort of teams, you get a few crunching tackles in, and they don't like it.
Exactly.
But we couldn't. The thing is, we couldn't get near them to get them crunching tackles.
I'll be honest, we've not got that many players there to put in crunching tackles.
We had Mark Noble sitting on the bench, but if Mark Noble would have come in today, he would have got the blame for this today.
Yeah, of course.
You know, we missed Snodgrass
He'd
in
been
there.
nowhere near him.
No, he wouldn't have got nowhere near him.
Yep.
Snodgrass was a big miss today. It wasn't until last week that I realised he wasn't playing today because of the yellow cards.
Yeah.
But he was a big loss. But then maybe putting Anderson in there and Masuaku down the left, just changing it up a bit, because Arnie, for me today, I'm not going to say he didn't look interested, but he couldn't get the ball.
Frustrated.
He's frustrated.
That's the thing. He thrives
Isolated.
on he thrives on getting the ball.
And I said to Nicky that it wouldn't surprise me today if he picks up a silly red card, because the way he started chasing the ball down,
he looked,
flying in for silly
that injury he picked up at the end didn't look too clever either.
Yeah, and we need him. We need him because
worry.
we've got some big games coming up.
Yeah,
And
look, at the end of the day, we've seen us try and sit back and defend and get pummeled by City. We've had a go. We played some good football today, I thought.
they're the best team I've seen come here.
Yeah.
And I think Dom said it on fan cams. They've put 17 goals past us here in 4 games.
Yeah.
The only other team that I've seen come here and really rip us apart was the Arsenal team with Sanchez when he scored hat-trick.
Yep,
We couldn't get near them that day, but they are an unbelievable team.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know,
Probably go down in history as one of the best
Yeah.
that the Premier League's
and
ever
they
seen.
play. They're so quick and they're counter-attacking football, and that's where the first goal come from.
But
We've got the ball up in their half. We spent a lot of time in their half, and they just break.
They play from the back. I mean, I see the percentage on the BBC Sport app. I think City had 69%. To be honest, I thought it was more. I thought it was more than that.
Yeah.
Because at times I was sitting there thinking, I don't think we touched the ball for 10, 15 minutes here.
The thing was that when we were in possession, we had chances in the game. You know, we could have got a couple of goals today.
Yeah,
better finishing.
Antonio hit the post
Yep.
when he went through. We had the 2 in the first half. That's what I'm saying. Maybe Hernandez in that position.
The difference is the quality of finishing. That is our big, and the football we play today. I don't think we're in it. We're going to finish mid-table definitely. We're not in no problem. We're not going to go down. You know, we're playing good football. That's the difference between us now and us last season. We're not much better, but we play decent football and we carve out chances.
I thought Diagana for me today. He started off well. He just couldn't get into the game, and that's not his fault. He's a young lad. He's coming up against probably like the best team in England at the moment. It was tough for him, but he needed bigger players to support him and help him more, and he was let down by some of his teammates today.
Yeah. The thing is, when you look at the backbone of our side at the minute, if you go through the middle, the backbone of our side is 2 young lads in Diop and Rice. You know, they've got what in the Premier League, they've got 2 seasons experience, sort of collectively in games between the 2 of them.
Rice
and that's the backbone.
Rice put in a few
again,
good
I don't
tackles.
think him and Diop played bad.
No.
I don't even think Balbuena had a bad
Me
game.
and Nicky were sitting there and we were saying, we're looking at our back 4.
But we was looking for someone to blame.
Yeah, when Creswell was on the pitch, we was thinking to ourselves, you can't blame Zabaleta because he's done all right.
Yep.
You can't blame Diop. You can't blame Balbuena. Creswell's only just come on. I thought he was all right.
Yep.
And it's just that's our class. We've lost 4-0 today, but that's our class. City were.
Yeah, and you can blame to an extent Masuaku. As I said,
Is anybody there?
yeah, Masuaku's defending's atrocious, absolutely atrocious. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a good defender, but Diagana for me sits today's one out. For me.
I don't know, because it could go either way. He could be really up for it and he wants to prove himself against top side. So I understand, and he has been playing well in the last few games.
We should have gone 5 across the middle, but I don't think we've got 5, have we?
I think we should have just gone 10 at the back and left Hernandez up there.
Thing is, he could have gone. You could have left Diagana out, put Antonio wide, and start with Hernandez and Anatovich up top.
Yeah,
Look, I'm not a big fan of Antonio, not for the past couple of seasons, but I thought we'd done all right today.
Do you know what?
He wasn't that bad. He was the only one for me that was willing to try to take people on.
For me, this is the best game he's had for a long
and that's
time.
it, Sam. We lost 4-0.
Exactly.
But no, it wasn't him. Anderson was very poor today. As we said before, Anderson's one of them players you want when you're 2-3-0 up. Not when you're 3-0 down, because he's not going to graft. He's not going to give you that.
Thin.
I know.
But his corners were a lot better today as well.
Yeah.
I tried to reflect on the positives of a 4-0 defeat. You know, each of his corners
to take
were good.
out of a City performance because you expect it. You expect it. I came here today and I expected to lose. There was no ifs and buts about it.
Yeah.
I came here today. I was not expecting a single point. I was expecting 4-0, 5-0. something like that.
Anything
Because
against teams like that is a bonus. It's an added bonus if you get anything.
the only complaint I've got is that they're making the Premier League boring. Winning like that.
I mean, you said to me, do you think their fans get bored? I don't know how they can get bored turning up to that and watching your team like that. But it's good.
You ever played FIFA?
Yeah, no, but
You ever played FIFA?
But the thing
an
is,
easy setting and see how fucking bored you get.
yeah, but the thing
course
is,
but
Man City didn't start off like that, did they? They've built that team up over the past 4 years. You know,
and it's entertaining football in the way that they move the ball so quickly.
Barcelona have done it. They've dominated Spain. Bayern Munich have dominated the German league for years. You just get that team. Man United done it in the 90s and the early 2000s. Arsenal had a period. Yeah. Chelsea had a little period. City now are going to dominate for the next, decade probably. Yeah. I don't know, unless another team comes in. You never know. You might get a Newcastle get a billionaire team. Everton or someone. It can happen. I mean, Man City, 20 years ago, and not even less than that, we're in Division 2. There was one penalty kick away from staying in that league.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Look, you're trying to compete, as David Gold said last season, with a side that's owned by a country. You can't.
I mean, I said to you, if I turned up when West Ham were playing like that, 3-0 up, I'd sit back with a cigar and a cognac.
How do you make competition more fair?
Well,
they don't want to make it more fair because they want these super teams.
They've tried, haven't they? Bringing in the fair play, but
it doesn't work.
Goes out the window.
Do you know what? I was just talking to people before this game, right, about the financial fair play league, right? If they're going to do that and do it seriously, they need to have bigger and more punishment.
There'll always be ways of getting around it, though, mate.
This is the thing, right? What do? Sheikh Mansour wants to invest £500 million in his squad in the summer, right? They go, no, you can't do that because you only make $200 million a year. They go, all right then. The Etihad Stadium is now called the Sheikh Mansour Stadium, and we're paying them £300 million.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's the way around it. That's the way Mike Ashley got round it.
Yeah.
Named it the Sports Direct Arena, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they've got to have tighter implications. They've got to have, but it doesn't suit. It doesn't suit the Premier League to have them implications.
Of course not.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
of course not.
It doesn't suit them for that because they want these they want a Man City because they want Man City to now go on and dominate Europe. Yeah, they want Man United to get back to where they were, dominate Europe.
It's the global branding of the Premier League. That's
and that's the attraction of the Premier League. But the attraction of the Premier League for me is
the team bottom of the league can beat the team top of the top.
Yeah, but that can still happen.
It can happen in Spain, but it's rare. It's getting I think the gap is getting too big now.
But that's why we love the Premier League because it can happen.
But I don't think it can as much anymore.
Yeah,
I can't see anyone beating Man City.
Yeah, but
even under Ferguson, even under the Man United domination, you know what I mean? Under Ferguson, they'd turn up to Bolton one day and get beat. They'd turn up. This team ain't getting beat by nobody.
They'll get beat.
I don't think they will.
Of course, they're going to lose a game. They're not going to win every game.
The thing is, you see it last year. City started the season, brushing teams aside, and then teams started getting resilient against them, like we did when we went up
there. Like that on every
it's
single
not only
position.
That, it's down to the manager as well. He's come in, and as I said last week, he's made players like David Silva and Aguero even better players, and they were world class before.
The geezer is a genius.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
Get me wrong, but when you've got that cash, they bought a right back and then bought a backup right back, and they both cost the same amount of money.
The guy's a genius if he sits there and does it with a team with no money. He's not a genius because he does it with a team with a lot of money.
Yeah, but then
he gets done it with Barcelona, mate, and they come through the academy.
Genius is like him only manage top clubs.
Yeah, but that's it. But that's
You're
the
never
thing.
going to see Guardiola managing Bolton.
No, of course not. But what I'm saying is you can't sit there. He's not a genius. Because if someone's playing bad, he goes and buys someone else to replace him.
No, he doesn't. I totally disagree with that statement. And there's one thing I'll say about Guardiola is that he loves his football and he knows exactly what he's doing.
Listen, he gets
Mourinho. I agree with it if you said it about Mourinho. I agree with it if you said it about the geezer at Chelsea. What was his name? The geezer that just got sacked.
Conte.
Yeah, but the thing is, Mourinho was like that. Mourinho was like that when he first come through, when he was at Porto, and then when he first took over Chelsea, Chelsea were a bang average team. They were a bang average team at that time. He went out, got a couple of signings, and he turned them into a Premier League winning team.
This is different level to
Guardiola likes to play good football. He gets them playing good football.
But there's still players there in that first team that have been at City nearly over 10 years. Aguero, David Silva, even Vincent Kompany's still there floating about.
And floating around.
No, look, they're a world class team. We're not on. We're nowhere near their level.
The difference between, I think, Guardiola and Mourinho, is he'll grab a Kyle Walker, say for instance, right? He'll go, right, he's the best right back in the country, right? Get him into this team. Gets him into the team, and he makes him better. Mourinho puts him into the team. If he don't work, he starts moaning about, I want to buy someone else. That's the difference. That's the difference between the two managers, right? Don't get it twisted, but I'm not here to talk about Pep Guardiola. I'm here to talk about West Ham. And I just want to know where we move on from here.
Well, we just move on to Newcastle next week, and then we've got two massive games. We've got a massive week. Newcastle away, Cardiff at home here on a Tuesday night, and then Palace here on a Saturday. Like that for me is a massive week, because if we don't pick up any points in that week, then we're looking at a relegation battle.
Listen, you look at the positives.
Have we got the players to deal with a relegation battle?
We've got the players to get through this period, to get through January, because we need to bring in at least 4 or 5 players, if not more. We've got Carroll back now. How long that's going to last, I don't know. Wilshire's back. Lanzini should be back sort of end of January time.
That again is our worries. As I said, I think the football we're playing, we're carving out chances in games still. Even games when we're getting dominated, we're carving out chances. So it's
but
just
we're not taking the chances.
No, that is a worry. And the injuries again.
And the only other worrying thing as well, I know now if he's just come out on Instagram and he's posted pictures of saying, "Oh, don't believe all the hype and all that," but that's still a worry, because even till the end of January, if a club comes in for him last minute or something,
do you believe him?
Do I believe him? I don't know whether listen, I know from when Defoe, what happened with the Defoe situation, that the club covered that up to make it look like him. They could be saying to him, "Look, post some nice things, but we're going to get you to move." I don't know. I'd love to see Arnie stay.
But the thing is, that's part and parcel now with modern day football.
There's no loyalty in football.
There isn't, and that's the thing. Why he's here, so long as he's playing well, if he ends up going in January, then so be it. There's nothing we can do about that. So long as he's performing for us until he goes, that's what we need. We don't want to lose him.
Yeah, the worrying thing is if he goes last day and we don't.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. We don't want to lose him. But at the end of the day, like you said, there's no loyalty in football no more. But you both know, journalists are paid by agents to drum up stories.
Of course they
this
are.
seems a little bit different, because I see him post on Instagram saying, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying. But I've heard that before. From who said it? Fabian Delph said it, did he? Before he went to Man City?
But we've also
hold on. Let me make a point. Right?
Go on.
So how do you make a point, Scott?
Yeah, so I've heard that so many times.
While, so
but this seems a little bit different from a transfer window rumour. His brother is his agent. His brother has come out and said it. He's been quoted by the press as saying that. He hasn't denied it, and Arnautovic didn't deny it. And then when he got asked about it after international duty, he said, "I don't want to talk about it."
Well, that's it. He wants to talk about football. It's part.
It's just whether Arnie stays or whether Arnie goes.
Exactly.
To be honest with you, I think it's. Look, I love the guy. I want him to stay. I always want him to stay. I can't blame someone for wanting to have a crack at things at 29. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's
if
it.
He wants to have a go, but I'm just saying, like.
I still stick to my statement that the fact I can't see him going in. He's
maybe not.
I can't see him playing the
offer will
offer.
come. I don't, because I think like if he's gonna go, I think the offer has to be a huge one.
Yeah, and I can't see him going to anyone in the Premier League.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
But other news this week, mate. This place got extended to 60,000, looking at 66. Seems like the relations between the club and the LLDC are.
Probably because the LLDC ain't
running
no
out
more
of
money to fight fighters anymore.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So
where's the claret cart bit?
Well, have we got to 60,000 because they made us sit down for 5 minutes at the last home game?
Don't know.
Did they come round and tell you? Did they come round and tell you to sit down?
No one told me to sit. I sit down anyway,
we're standing, and 2 stewards come down asking everyone to sit down. Literally, sit down for 5 minutes. If you sit down for 5 minutes, we'll get to 60,000.
Just going back to the game, I think one of the best decisions Pellegrini made today was not bringing Carroll on.
Oh, definitely. It would have been pointless.
So it's point of bringing him on because Carroll would have wanted to come on, chuck himself about, save him for Newcastle. He'll be up for that next week, going back to Newcastle. If he gets the winner up there, he's going to...
See, Perez, again, today, come on, done nothing.
Offers you nothing.
Offers nothing, doesn't put any effort in, blind passing.
Yeah, when we picked him up from Arsenal, because I know a lot of Arsenal fans that actually liked him, he didn't get a lot of chance. And when we picked him up for 5 million, I thought, this could be a right bargain. I think we've paid $5 million too much.
The thing is, you understand his frustration, but if you're frustrated and not getting picked,
where he's been fit and not even on the bench.
Yeah, but
and we need strikers.
This is what I'm saying. If you're frustrated and not getting a game, when you come onto the pitch, you put the effort in to go. Look, he ain't doing it. Pick me.
Did you watch the goals from the friendly at Brentford?
Yes.
Body language says a lot
Yeah.
about a football player,
Yeah.
and when he smacked that bar,
Yeah.
he just looked like someone that weren't interested.
Yeah, of course not.
Or no, maybe not interested. Maybe that's the wrong word. Down in the dumps. Do you know what I
He's
mean?
frustrated, isn't he? He's
Thing
a,
is, he
he's a
knows
football
now.
player that wants to play, and he's at a big club like Arsenal. He think he's going to come here and he's going to be first choice every week. He's not. He might not. I'm not going to say that he thinks he's bigger than West Ham, but he thinks that he looks around
He's
that
got
change
more
room.
chance of getting in there,
Yeah,
he looks around
he's-
that change room and he
yeah.
should be starting, but that's not
He's
guaranteed.
got belief.
in football.
He's got belief in his own ability.
I hope
But
you
the
can
thing is
find it,
now,
mate.
now,
'Cause we're going to need it in the
well,
next
that's
few
it.
weeks.
And the thing is, he's behind Arnie, he's behind Hernandez, and now Carroll's coming back. He's going to end up being behind Carroll for as long as Carroll stays fit.
Carroll will be out for another 6 months soon. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
That's good
the
to see
thing.
him back though. It's good to see his name back on the team sheet, but
It's just boosting.
He's
The
just
thing
hit
is,
and
it's a
miss with
boost.
him,
Of,
innit?
yeah, it's a boost of numbers. We've got
he's come back for his annual goal against Palace.
Yep.
And
But that's the thing. We've got tricky games coming up where he will make an impact.
we've got the sort of
Newcastle,
games coming up.
Cardiff,
So we
Fulham,
need
Palace.
Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
A Cardiff, a
Yeah.
Palace, because Cardiff are going to come here, sit back and defend. Palace are going to do the
Newcastle.
same. Newcastle will probably do the same. It's going to be a massive few weeks for West Ham and a busy Christmas period, so we need to just forget about this game. I think even you see outside the fans, no one's upset today. You watch fan cams tonight, no one's upset. They're all expecting it.
That's it,
It's a worrying thing when you turn up to a game and you're expecting to lose because you think, well, what's the point of being here?
It was like, to be honest with you, when I came here earlier, I come on these boats earlier, it was like coming to a funeral. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Like
there's
that
no
sort of
optimism.
atmosphere. There
Yeah.
was no optimism. There's no cheeriness. You know, it's very sombre. Listen to the music they're playing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a disco night on a Saturday night,
And they're playing
and they're playing Chasing Cars.
Yeah.
Snow Patrol. Yeah.
Do you know what
Snow
I mean?
Patrol. It reminds me of Gavin and Stacey, this song.
Yeah, but everyone expected this. I don't think there's a West Ham fan in the world that was actually thinking that we was going to.
I was on the train coming down here, and I was talking to your brother and someone else on the train.
This beer's
and
been
I
cold as
I was just trying to find any positives, anything that we could. I was thinking, if we can keep it 0-0 for as long as we can, but that didn't happen.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, 11 minutes.
To be honest, as soon as that first goal went in, you just knew.
Yeah, because
it
you
was game
know
over.
we've got to chase it.
Yeah.
They're just going to pass it about, and even till the last kick of the game, they was in control of that. The last 20 minutes was like a testimonial. I think maybe they can call that last 20 minutes the Zabaleta testimonial match. So,
Probably.
Man City versus
Bring it out
West
on
Ham.
the DVD.
Bring it out on the DVD, 20 minutes. But no, it was look, just brush this one off, mate.
That's it. Look, it's now like you said.
I want
move on to Newcastle.
60,000.
Yeah, it's good, but
Is
don't
it
make a
good?
difference. Don't make a difference to me. Does
It-
it make a difference
look.
to you that we get 60,000?
I mean, they're advertising
I don't know how many
season
people-
ticket holders today. Like, make sure you contact it. So it's good that people that are on the waiting list are going to get a chance to come here. So
Of course it is. Of course it is. It's, like you said, there's people out there who still haven't been able to get a
the
ticket.
thing
or
is, though,
season ticket, so they can, but-
Manchester City at home, the atmosphere was poor again today. There was empty seats. The corporate section in the second half took 15 minutes for them to get back to their seat. I was looking over there, and people moan about the atmosphere here. When Bubbles was playing coming out, there must have been everyone
A dozen.
around me, no one singing. Hardly anyone singing. There was probably about 6 or 7 of us around me actually singing. So
That is the worry, because the atmosphere wise, it's down to the fans to
I see
make
one
the
bloke-
But
atmosphere.
is it the club's responsibility to make sure the right bums are in the seats rather than just bums in
Mate,
seats?
I don't care who care. I think who they care who pays the money. They don't care. They just want
That's
the money.
it. From
I see the Claret membership's having a Black Friday sale
is it?
from 40 quid to 10 quid.
But that's the
I
thing.
mean, who the
is
fuck would pay 40 quid to be, honestly?
people do. People ain't got a choice. They've got to, because if they want to come to a game, they've got to pay the membership to get a ticket.
The way this has been run is a shambles, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
The whole
but-
thing.
yeah,
I'll be honest with you, though, I
It's-
think the
it's-
stadium's a lot better than when we first moved here. There are little changes going around, but
Yeah.
it's never going to be home. We know that until we buy this stadium or get it for free and knock it down and build it up again. It's never going to be home.
That is it. At the end of the day,
We're
for
always
me,
gonna have
the
away
the
fans.
stadium's a stadium. I still don't like it, but that's me. I don't like it. But
Thing is, though,
I like West Ham.
Let's be honest.
So I'm going to come and watch West Ham, whether they're playing in here, whether they're playing over a park. It don't matter.
What do you come here to watch? The team, or to see what colour the seats are?
Watch the
to
team.
see what colour the carpet is.
Yep.
To see how many
I'd
people
watch
are
West
eating
Ham if
popcorn.
they was playing over the local.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So,
So that's it. We do it for the passion.
I mean,
that we
I
have for the club.
thought our atmosphere was better at 3-0 down than it's been all season, because everyone just thought, let's just have a little.
Do you know what I ate?
A little chant. Yeah, the clapping.
What the fuck is
That's
that?
it.
But it's a new stadium.
that?
It's a new thing.
And they only start doing it because they can hear the pricks at the front, right? I say pricks loosely. The people at the front, right?
Better, yeah.
Fucking West Ham
peasants
Army,
at the front.
and they're clapping, and that's all they can hear. So all
It's a
these
clap,
fucking
yeah. But it's again.
What
it's,
the
it's,
fuck?
And they
is
stamp
that?
their feet, don't they? It's like
Yeah. It's a modern
trying
day
to build-
thing,
Yeah,
and-
trying to build a
yeah.
bit of atmosphere
And to be
but-
fair, I think a lot more people join in with that than they do other things.
Yeah.
So
Because half the fans probably don't even know the words to our
Maybe they've
songs.
got.
That's
Maybe
the
they're
problem.
deaf and they're doing sign language chanting. Maybe that's what it is.
nah, look, it's just the stadium. The stadium's getting
Shit
its own
hole, mate.
thing.
I hate it. I can't.
But
stand
that's
it.
it.
I'm
but,
not going to moan about it.
But we're here.
look,
That's
this
it, yeah,
is
it.
exactly.
This is
We ain't
it.
going nowhere
And
else.
the rest
So
of our lives, most probably, this is it.
yeah.
So we can't keep moaning about it unless we want to go over there with Tommy Walsh and Cowboy Builders and do it ourselves. It's never going to change. It's always the only time it's going to change is if we get given the stadium and we can knock it
They're
down
not
and
knocking it
build it
down.
up.
No,
No, but they
it's-
can
trust me,
improve. They
you
can
can-
improve
you
it.
can
They
do
can
stuff
improve
to
it.
it,
They
exactly.
can improve it.
Exactly.
You know,
But
I'd take moving away for 2 years for them to
Yeah.
make it
They
into a
want
better
to
football
get that
stadium.
stadium so they can rent it out for themselves.
What they should have
But
done,
that's-
what they
that's
should have done,
part and
is
parcel of
knock
it.
that down and just got the Upton Park and just lifted it up and just brought it over,
it back
and
on
dumped it on the ground and just
You know,
right,
that
that's
has to be
it.
some. What was it? Optimus fucking Prime.
No, but that's what they should have done. That's what they should have done. Just put that there, bang.
Nah, look, it's done. It's dusted. We're here. So
stop moaning
we've
about it,
we've got to
No,
make
I'm
the
just
best.
saying, the 60,000.
Yeah.
It'd be
Is it
66.
worth it?
It's worth it if it gives us more money to put in the
I
transfer
see.
budget.
Round me, there must have been. 30
Mate,
people
have you
missing
not realised? Once we move to 66,000, not only will we have the second biggest stadium in the Premier League, we'll have the biggest in London. The owners will live off of that for the next 20 years.
Well, they fucking tried to live off the fact that we had the biggest
Exactly.
in Europe. So
And-
Bayern Munich built a bigger
Yeah.
one.
The thing is, from
until
a
Chelsea probably build their ground,
yeah.
we'll have
from
the biggest Premier
from a
League club
financial point
in
of
London.
view, getting the more seats is good. When so long as the money is then
More
reinvested
people to
into the
clap.
team. But you know, you've got to look at it from a positive perspective now.
Let's
You
just
know,
hope that they fill it up with, like, no, I'm not going to say proper West Ham fans, but they don't just hand them out to these people like they have to with Newham Council.
what
Because
they've done at the start.
that's when you
Well, they're
get
gonna have
people.
to.
That's when you get Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea fans turning up here and taking the piss like they did, like the two Tottenham fans found out in the cup. I think the geezer's still looking for his jaw somewhere, but
Someone spin it.
Yeah. They
see it.
to be fair,
serves him right, mate. You
there
don't
was
go
geezers-
to a ground and sit
there
in
was
an home end.
no.
I don't give a fuck
But
what anyone
the
says.
thing is, if you're going to sit in an home end, you keep your head down, you keep quiet, and you definitely don't have
Mate.
the opposition shirt on.
If
Yeah.
I didn't get top tickets for Tottenham away and someone offered me tickets to sit in the home end, I'd rather sit at home and watch it on the telly. I'd never sit in a home end of another. I don't care if it's Charlton, anyone.
I've sat in an home end
I,
before.
I couldn't do it, mate. I couldn't do it. I don't know how you can do it.
No, I
Is
agree with him.
it is hard. It is hard to do, but
I wouldn't be able to do it. No way.
Maybe an FA Cup final might be different. I might swerve it for that if I didn't get tickets, but I got priority points, so I ain't gonna have a problem with that.
Let's get to the FA Cup final first. We'll leave
Get
it
to a
there.
League Cup final first. Get to a semi-final first.
yeah, that's it. The thing is, we got busy month coming up, and we tough games. So
It's Christmas.
exactly around the corner.
Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pump. We'll be back next week with the Newcastle games. Danny's going up on his own.
No, he's going with his cousin.
Mate, he's going with him. Yeah.
Dan will be doing fan cams, so if he's not filming the Crystal Maze.
Don't worry, you don't have to do a physical or a mental or nothing like that. He won't lock you in a room. We'll
No,
see.
Dan's going up there because unfortunately we can't make it.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, Dan will be up there. So if you see the light and Dan, just go over to him and do a fan cam.
Nah, it should be
fuck,
alright.
mate,
It should be alright. He'll be alright.
Just don't follow him to the Aztec zone. Definitely don't follow him to the Aztec zone.
Yeah, don't do that. He'll end up like, you know, Richard O'Brien in fucking Rocky Horror. Half suit, half fucking stockings. Yeah, go and check out all the fan cams that we'll be uploading very, very soon. The battery ran out on my phone, that's the only reason we ain't done it, and it was taking forever. Go and check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV, Twitter @West Ham Fan TV, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all the stuff that we never use. Go and follow us on that as well. Go and check the previous videos for a massive announcement. Do you want to say it on here, just in case anyone's missed it?
Yes. No, we've joined up with Kong Events to do the a night with Paolo Di Canio next year, 21st of March.
No one could buy it. It's just a night out.
No, it's just us and Di Canio. No, but the ticket details will be up on Monday. My phone has not stopped buzzing.
Mine's the same, and I didn't even know nothing about it until he said.
From the time he put the video out, it's just been.
An added bonus: John Hartson is hosting the night. So you got Super Johnny Hartson and Paolo Di Canio. It'd be interesting because John left just before Di Canio signed, so they never got to play with each other. But look, we love Big John. We've worked with him before on this channel.
Two of my heroes.
Good lad, Johnny.
Paolo is my absolute hero.
Yeah.
He's my absolute hero. He's the person I've always wanted
Best
to meet.
player I've ever seen play.
When we went to
for West Ham.
When we went to Rome, I was hoping to meet him there, and he didn't turn up. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'll get.
It'd be a good night. Yeah, it'd be a good night.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us.
And good luck to Harry Redknapp on I'm a Celebrity. Absolute diamond.
Entertaining.
He just wants his jam roly poly, man. Someone just give him a jam roly poly. He's quality, mate.
One thing left to say, boys.
Come on, you
irons.